At St. Augustine Medical Center, nurse Elena Voss was everything a hospital could hope for: efficient, calm under pressure, and deeply compassionate. Patients adored her. Doctors trusted her instincts. She had worked her way up over 8 years, becoming one of the most reliable surgical nurses on staff. No one questioned her. Elena lived quietly. No flashy lifestyle, no scandals. Just long shifts, a small apartment, and a spotless reputation. That's what made her invisible. It started subtly. Extra supply orders that didn't quite match patient needs. Late-night shifts she volunteered for, especially when certain delivery trucks arrived. Small discrepancies in controlled medications that were written off as clerical errors. Then came the pattern. A private ambulance service, rarely used, began appearing more frequently. The same driver. The same odd hours. Elena was always nearby when it arrived. Inside the hospital, nothing seemed out of place. But outside, a drug cartel had found the perfect pipeline. Elena wasn't just moving pills, she was moving product. Packages disguised as medical supplies entered through legitimate hospital deliveries. Once inside, Elena rerouted them through unused storage rooms, eventually handing them off through that same ambulance, which exited without scrutiny. Hospitals, after all, are places people don't question. The operation might have continued indefinitely if not for a junior pharmacist, Marcus Hill. Marcus noticed inconsistencies in narcotics logs, particularly fentanyl and morphine. The numbers didn't align, and the discrepancies always traced back to shifts Elena had worked. At first, no one took him seriously. Elena was untouchable. But Marcus persisted. He quietly documented everything: timestamps, deliveries, medication counts. Then he spotted something bigger. Security footage showed Elena accessing a supply room that wasn't assigned to her. Always at night. Always after the same delivery truck arrived. Hospital administration reluctantly launched an internal audit. When they couldn't find a simple explanation, law enforcement stepped in. Undercover agents posed as hospital staff. Surveillance increased. And then they saw it. Elena wheeling out a cart labeled biohazard waste. Inside, vacuum-sealed bricks hidden beneath medical disposables. The ambulance arrived minutes later. The exchange was seamless. Too seamless. When authorities finally detained Elena, the truth wasn't what they expected. She didn't deny it. Instead, she revealed a story that blurred the line between victim and perpetrator. Years earlier, her younger brother had fallen into debt with a cartel-linked distributor. When he couldn't pay, they came to Elena, not as a nurse but as leverage. At first it was small: just let a package through. Then more. Then everything. By the time she realized the scale, she was trapped. Threats escalated. Photos of her brother. Then photos of her. They knew her schedule. Her routines. Her life. Walking away wasn't an option. So she adapted. She used her intelligence, her access, and her trust within the hospital to build one of the most efficient drug channels the cartel had ever operated. What began as coercion became a system. And eventually, control. The arrest sent shockwaves through the hospital. Patients couldn't believe it. Staff refused to accept it. How could someone so dedicated be involved in something so dark? But the evidence was undeniable. Elena's operation had moved millions in narcotics over 3 years. The ambulance driver was arrested. Several cartel associates were identified. The hospital faced intense scrutiny and legal consequences. In court, Elena remained composed. She didn't beg. She didn't deflect. She simply said, "I thought I could control it. I thought I could keep it small. But once you open the door, it doesn't close." She was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison. Her brother disappeared shortly after her arrest, his fate unknown. The case became a chilling example of how organized crime infiltrates trusted institutions, not through force but through people. People no one suspects. People like nurse Elena Voss.